You gonna start over?
Take number 2. It's Russ Still, RussStill.com, Russ Still and the Moonshiners. Hope y'all are doing well tonight. I am in Auburntown, Alabama, at 323 Cigar. And to my left is John Harold Johnson. John and I have been knowing since 1977. John was from Reeltown, Alabama.
Yep. Little cattle farmer.
Cattle farmer. I'm a old Alabama poor dirt farmer, but you're an Alabama poor cattle farmer.
You would be correct, sir.
His daddy was a cattle farmer, and his granddaddy was a cattle farmer. So, long line of cattle. So, in 1977, John, I was living in Mobile right at the time. Yeah. That's right. We'll get to that in a minute. Was singing in the band, and Charles Boo Edmondson was playing guitar, and Paul Barson was playing bass. Terry Massey maybe had been playing bass when we first came up here, and Jeff Marcus. Happy birthday, Jeff. April Fool's Day, by the way, y'all. This is an April Fool's. Anywho, we were in Mobile, and we decided to take the summer off and play, but we didn't have any gigs. So we knew we were going to us.
And that was correct.
It was near Stillwater Resort, but it wasn't at Stillwater Resort. And that near, is that Dadeville?
Dadeville.
Outside of Dadeville, just north of Montgomery.
Yep, middle of nowhere.
That's where we're from, or some of us. Charles Boo and I were from Montgomery. See, there we go again, unstable. I'm going to keep talking. And maybe we're back on now. And we started driving out there, and we drove down this country road, and we said, where the hell are we going? And up, and there's this big building called the Exit Inn. And we got out and loaded in. Window units. Yeah. Two maybe been 3 bedrooms, and then a pull-out couch. And that air conditioning would spit by more. And so we played Thursday night, and there were all of 10 people there. And we were going, what have we gotten into? And we came
at to work on Friday.
Yeah, well, that's right. And we came out Friday night to go play, and the parking lot was slam full. Yep. There was every bit of 300 people in this club. Lake people, they're crazy as hell. And I don't remember when we met you. I think we were there like 3 weeks, somewhere in that first 3 weeks. We met though.
It was early on.
And the first thing, John, take that girl from you. And I said, well, okay, that'd be fine. Yeah. And if we knew then what we knew now, I'd have been happy for her. And he'd have not been saying he was going to take her. Isn't that right?
That's probably correct.
Right. Yeah. That time goes by, and you learn things. Yeah. There's not a lot we've learned, but there've been a couple of things along the way.
Yeah, I never had a shot.
Never had a shot. We were locked in pretty tight. And I remember John and Ty and who else? Y'all had a limo y'all had bought. Remember that limo?
Yeah. We bought it in the United Nations.
Party. And I remember probably the second time we went back up there. See the unstable again. I don't know. Oh, wait. While we're trying. Maybe the second time, and Michelle fell out, had something, some cyst or something. John said, we're taking her to I started getting, they had her in the limo already, and I started getting in. He said, you need to go play. We're going to take her to the hospital. We're going to take care of everything. Sure enough, they did. No telling. Somebody probably got it hanging on the walls. But John, let's see, what else? I'd come out. John would have me up to his, were you living in a trailer when you came up there and you cooked those steaks for us?
Yep.
And we'd stay up all night partying.
Yeah, bring in the day.
Bring up the sun regularly. And
a lot of partying.
Yeah.
A lot of good music, a lot of pretty women, a lot of partying.
That's the way it went. And we stayed in touch, and here we are. Let's see. 77. I should know that. I bet it's 45 years.
And a day or two, that's for sure.
2022 minus 1977. 45 years. And every time I come over to Auburntown, John comes out, and we have pizza from the pizza place. Is that Marco's?
Marco's
I play a couple of hours show, and then we go to the John's place and play with Georgia a little bit, his little puppy dog. And then we get up in the morning and we'll go to Huddle House and have a big breakfast at the Huddle House, and then he'll come home and I'll head back to Atlanta. That's what we've been doing for 2 years now.
A couple of years, yeah.
John has been around with me. John grew up in Reeltown. He lives in, where you live, Opelika or Auburn now?
I live in Opelika.
Opelika. And you moved to Texas for a minute.
Oh, that was a bad minute. It was just before our time.
Way before our time.
Yep.
And one thing I learned from that little thing was that just because you build it doesn't mean they're coming.
That's true. They did not come.
They did not come at all. But we had some guy, computer science guy at Auburn University, help us build that website, that first one.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we were doing. Yeah. You could come to our site. I don't think it costs much money, but we would save you. We'd tell you how to negotiate buying a car. That's
Yes,
when
we
you
would.
could. That's when you could negotiate buying a car,
Yeah.
and you can still negotiate buying a car depending on where. Some places will tell you can't, but they'll let you.
That's true. That's before the internet, before everything got out, where anybody could look up anything.
Yeah. So we were telling folks, and on top of that, we would get, if they bought our thing, I think it was $10 or something. Wasn't much.
I think it was.
I don't think we sold a single one.
We did. We sold one.
One?
Yeah.
And we had a deal that if you bought our thing, you could get some aftermarket insurance or something. Remember I set that deal up?
Yep.
And it was a $500 deal you could buy for $250. You pay us 10, you say $250 on the other thing. But somehow we didn't have
We sold one.
we had the idea, but it takes the marketing to get that stuff going.
Just a little too early.
It was early,
We'd have been a couple of years later. I think we'd have been somewhat successful with it anyway.
more than one.
Yeah, absolutely.
We might have sold more than one. Anyway, we're at the cigar bar. I'm working on some more dates to be over here. Y'all get on bands in town and look up Russ Still. I don't have but about 25 people following my solo stuff. A bunch of people following the band, Russ Still and the Moonshiners. But follow Russ Still. I'd certainly appreciate that. Do these things. You know, I went to Nashville and I met with some publishers, and we had a really good meeting. And they said you need to be on YouTube talking. And so
I agree.
that's what I'm
I
doing.
enjoy him.
That's what I'm doing. John's seen every one of them so far. Now he's on one.
Yeah.
He'll be watching this one too, I hope, or maybe. We had some technical difficulty last night with Biz. We might have to redo that one, but I'm gonna leave it up just because I thought it was funny. I noticed I was laughing a lot, so
Yeah.
that was good. And
Pretty good.
it's pretty good. And Biz, interesting guy. And I got some. I'm gonna try to bring some guests on here. I had was playing the office pool, and I don't think I got a sing tomorrow. And I think that we're this up. Y'all come if you're near Auburn anywhere. I'll be on the clock. John will be sitting right here. Cigar and drink a beer or cocktail. And y'all have a good night. Be kind to one another. Love somebody, hug somebody you love, and we'll see y'all next time.